I know, right?
Yeah.
Hi, PTA.
All right, everybody, welcome. We're gonna get started with PTA.
Alrighty, our current balance is, I don't have it here, Nina had to run home and she is not back. I am going to estimate it at about $3,900, take into consideration the bid spend. It's probably a little more, but I'd rather be on the conservative side. Lena will send it out tomorrow, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on, because she's not responding to me. Within that, we have the 1,000 earmarked for scholarships, which we were just talking about. In addition, $2,768 for the cost of the planners. That came down a little bit when Lisa Graham gave me the new numbers and I sent them in. There was a little adjustment, so about $140-ish less. That was amazing. Recent purchases were the items from Potato Bar and Staff Snack Cart. Pizza from the Tower Pizza, and then we also bought lottery tickets, but that was covered by 2 families who donated, so it kind of washed itself out.
I won $40.
Did you really?
Nice.
Thank you.
That's the most I've heard so far.
Yep.
Zero.
And I ate a half a pizza.
Well, that's
She
true. I did win the
She won
two
other
night
great
stay.
prizes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving down, we wanted to send a huge thank you out to all the businesses and the families that donated. When Nina and I started just emailing a few places to see if we could get some things to raffles. A lot of our businesses really stepped up. And really stepped up. I know Madeline made out probably the best out of everybody. And then we have some of our parents who came in and provided some of the breakfast and lunches, so it was amazing. We have, thank you.
Yeah.
We have put thank yous out to all the businesses and parents on social media through our page, so that's out there. The staff said this was one of the best ones yet, so hopefully it continues on.
I was sick on Friday.
You get one, they go, no more food, no more food.
There was so much food, I could not even.
I know the big bummer today was everybody had to pack their own lunch. I was like, I got some text, I'm like, we really have some, yeah, it's all gone.
Well, I brought chicken and waffles home on Friday.
Those were so good.
I brought those home.
Yeah.
It was boxed off.
Heck, yeah, I went home, I brought it home and showed my wife, I'm like, homemade chicken and waffles for her. She's like,
But between all the food, we had the little daily raffles with some of the smaller things, and then the big staff raffle, and we had little surprises on the doors. The staff was very much felt how much they were appreciated, so that was amazing.
you missed the chicken and waffles? I didn't share food.
I saw pictures of people.
So moving on to our new business, this Friday, we have our spring and swim night at Jacobs. Gina, you want to kind of talk about that? Or Maddie, whoever's going to spearhead. You guys been working together, so yeah.
Okay, so I mean, at this point, what we're waiting on is just for them to return an email that I sent this morning because they need help inflating tubes. And outside of that, it's pretty much just like show up and be there.
So we get to float, we don't have to,
You don't tread water.
okay.
It'll work
They
out.
I was kind of worried about that.
They also have life jackets, both kid and adult size. So you have
Oh, I do like those.
The movie's gonna be streamed, like, they bought a DVD player, so the DVD player connects to the screen, so we don't have to worry about Wi-Fi or internet or anything like that. And then the movie's right there.
And what's the movie again?
SpongeBob.
You want to talk about the next one?
$5. $5.
Yeah, $5.
Is that cash only?
I can make a QR for that easy. if you want.
We're gonna try to do pre-sale tickets a few days before, like we did for the social, and I'll print out tickets. Just wanted to check the weather first, but we would hate for the weather to be poor and then have to cancel and refund everybody. But I think by Wednesday we'll open it up so we can just do pre-sale tickets, because that was helpful to give the can.
And if the weather is bad and we do have to cancel, the money or the investment in the licensing is good for a year, as long as we let them know
Is this supposed to rain?
in advance. No, we're
No,
just,
but we never know.
like, as if it's too windy, they won't put the screen up.
But the wind has died down, so we're,
Oh, it's gonna be fine.
Okay, great.
It's also really easy to do a QR code for people to just pay right there. It might be like a good.
That's what we had in the
Yeah.
past too, because that's how we do it.
Cause you guys can do QR codes.
Yeah. And it was what, $335 for the licensing? Yes, off the top of my head.
That's it.
Yeah.
you know, whenever you have a QR code.
Because we're 501c3 PTA, so that's the only expense hidden so far, right?
Yeah.
I bought.
That's all you gotta make back is $300. You'll make that.
Yes, they're super excited, it should be awesome. And have flyers.
Are we having concessions and stuff too?
They will have their.
They will have their own, that's how they're making
Yes,
money.
yeah, that's how they're making.
Yeah, wait, that's better to full council for me.
Yeah, I know.
They're actually going up tomorrow at the family night, and then
They're going out at the family night tomorrow night.
the flyers, yeah, we're gonna have flyers for Friday.
Yes, if you give me some certificate, I'll make sure you get them out. We'll also do some.
Teachers should come back there, should be time on Friday.
I don't know about that.
Hey, why do you have to school your fancy? I'm going to movie night.
Oh, I'm-
You give it,
Let's give you little floaties for your arms, that'd be so funny, when he's like, where are you going? Babe, I'm going to the pool later, what about you? That's great.
I want the best.
We can do that too.
I'll wear it.
Sunglasses. That'd be
I do, I wear zinc, that's the stuff.
great.
I
There you
do.
go.
All right,
do it.
any other questions for movie night? All right, the last thing we have, is the new board for next year, starting in August. Everybody ran unopposed. So you can see it on here. Our president will be Gina, vice president is Melissa, correspondence secretary Maddie, recording secretary Lindsay, and our new treasurer will be Madeline. So, all right, August, there we go. Yay!
Very good.
And that's all we have.
Will you have a speaker?
Okay. I did not know.
We can introduce.
So this is Mr. Keith Bolton. He is here for Boy Scouts, our Scouts of America, and he is looking for just some opportunities to get some work out. So we're gonna let him share whenever you're ready.
Just real quick, thank you for extending it here. Please, new to the area, sort of. I moved here in September. I'm responsible for scouting in Monroe County, all the way down Key West, all the way down here. Getting here, we had some big holes, some major holes. A lot of it was due to COVID and a lot of other things, but there's big holes where we lost all the scouting units in Key West. We lost all the scouting units in Marathon. And we lost all the scouting units here in Key West. So we only had scouting programs in Big Pine and Island Dorado, Tavernier. Since I came here, we found out that a lot of the kids from Key Largo going up to Pac 914 at San Pedro Catholic Church right on the right hand side with that. So we had big holes. So my job task coming here from Texas was to fill in the holes. So we got programs started in Key West at two of the schools and at St. Mary's, the Basilica this fall. We got at the Episcopal Church there in Marathon, St. Columba, we got that program started. And so this is the last one. This is the last one. So we're looking at really working things, getting things out, seeing exactly what gauging the interest. Made some contact at St. Justin, so including Key Largo Elementary, St. Justin. We'll see exactly what the interest is. My approach is let's identify the leadership first, and then look at how things evolve from there. Starting Cub Scout, Boy Scouts is K through 5th. There's a Cub Scout program, and then Scouting is 11 to 17. So looking at what interest we have. I'll take it from there. Generally, we're wrapping up things this month in the school. I will be reaching out to the principals and setting up meetings. I've already have you all on the calendar for the Parents' Day, August 11th, and then we'll take it from there. So more information there. Key thing, Poinciana Elementary in Key West, their PTA is sponsoring the Cub Scout program there. And it meets after school at 6 o'clock. And then the American Legion over in Stock Island is supporting one at Joe Adams. So we definitely have some community support there with the scouting program. So I'll be getting the flyers developed, getting the interest developed. I'll be the key point person with that. So you start seeing Keith Walton with this Dallas number. These are, it's me. And I'll be in touch with you all as the PTA and the principal. Make sure we all on the same page. So there won't be any surprises with that. So we gauge what interest and what we need to get everybody in.
When you say leadership, what do you mean you're looking for leadership, like pack leaders and stuff like that?
Yeah, pack leaders. So Cub Scouting is broken up into teams. It should work wolves. Second graders are called wolves. There's a wolf manual that they work out of. And they call them adventures now. And these adventures, outdoor, bobcat, citizenship, things like that. So the pack goes through those things. They work through their book, take them home, parents sign off on them. Once they complete that, then they get their badge. Boy Scouts instant recognition. So Cub Scouts, second grade is wolf, third grade is our bears, fourth grade is our weeblos and arrow light. Kindergartens are lions, and first graders are tigers. Trying to remember it all. So yeah, that's kind of the program there. The difference between Cub Scouting and Scouting, the older program is Cub Scouts is fun and family oriented. That's what, Kayla, the whole book is built based on that. As they transition, cross over to Boy Scouting, that's teaching the Scouts how to be leaders. That's the difference. So now they're more outdoor activities, more independent, more in control settings. Yeah, work on community projects and things like that. I think we have a couple of Key Largo kids that's with the Scouts, with the San Pedro that's earned that Eagle Award. So that's really key. I'm always looking for Eagle projects and community service projects. The school, the PTA, those are some things that we do. So really general informational, gauge some interest. If you all have anybody that interested in wanting to work with it, direct with the youth, definitely can do that. I've been screened through the district and that attorney and all that, so one with background check, so I'm authorized. But depending on how the scouting program is chartered, whether through the school PTA or through St. Justice, the charter organization, the difference between us and the Girl Scouts is that Girl Scouts own all their scouting programs, whereas the Boy Scouts, the charter organization owns and operates. So we'll do all the background check, make sure everybody legit, but you all determine who leadership, who comes with it. We only want boys, and we do have females. So we have females since 2019. So we incorporated that. So just general, you'll see me around. I'll pop my head in. Somebody tell me how to get a magnet to catch up, to stick to the principal. But yeah, a lot of communication gonna come. Probably our next general information. St. Justin, well, the reason why we might have a challenge is St. Justin is getting a new priest. So a lot of priests, so we don't know what the mindset is.
He's gonna want to keep it going or not.
Right. If he has interest in it. So that's kind of why I'm a little hesitant. If not, whether the school or the PTA or another organization can charter, but it's key Largo. There's a demand for it. Any questions?
I know you said you're looking for leaders, but like how much of a time do you need from them? Like
So
once a week or?
It's a lot.
Well, it's definitely a lot, but yeah, once you get into rhythm, once you know what you're doing. So den leaders meet with their dean. So you've got 10 scouts, 10 second graders. You can have 2 den leaders or 1 den leader. And they just meet once a week to go over whatever that program is for that. And then once a month, everybody get together and get their awards and recognition. And then the trips. And then the biggest demand is the trips. Are we gonna go to the marine lab? Are we gonna go this, that, we're gonna do a hike in? We're gonna do an outdoor, things like that.
How often are those trips?
Once or twice, at least minimum once a month, if that's planned. We plan out the whole calendar. So whenever we identify all the leadership, You have a cub master and you have den leaders for each of the teams.
And what do you require, like, of an area to like charter, like, as a church versus a school versus PTA, like, what is it?
Yeah.
Those that have an interest, the way it works is, Boy Scouts have their mission, let's still values, what's the mission of the organization. And that's kind of, we agree to follow your mission, you all agree to follow the Boy Scout mission, and we go from there.
So it's not like religious based thing. I don't know anything. I was never, I mean, I'm all religious.
It's like Girl Scout.
but I was never a Girl Scout, so I don't know.
Yeah, the Boy Scouts are not religious. That was a big misconception years ago. I worked at our national office. Oh, Boy Scouts Christian. No, we're all things. So it's not religious.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Chevy Chase.
You want to sell that girls from Beverly Hills?
Yes, I
I know that.
True Beverly Hills.
In order to charter, is there a financial responsibility?
There's $100 charter organization fee once a year.
And that's it, $100.
Yeah, that's what the charter organization.
So if the school were to charter it, then we would pay $100
Yes,
to
that's it.
help support the
Yeah, y'all would charter.
Or the
y'all would-
scouts.
for the scouts.
Scouts. It's Scouting America.
Right.
Scouting America. They took the Boy Scouts when we incorporated.
So if the school were to pay for the $100, or the PTA were to pay for $100, we could have something for each.
Oh, you'll have a pack. You'll have a pack. It's only $100 for all the dens, so it would just be one. And then all the dens fall under that.
So that'd be for all grade levels.
And then,
Now it all
so then how do you
goes
together the things you do?
You go online,
Fundraising and all that
I'll
stuff.
bring the applications, you fill those out, you give them to me, I'll turn it in.
So if my son wanted to join
Yeah.
the scouts, they would come and pay a registration fee, and that's how we do all the trips.
Yeah, be a scout. So be a scout. So you're going to be a scout with the Key Largo pack. With that, you do that and go into a queue. For South Florida Council, go into a queue. And then we just assign, once we get our number, y'all have to decide on what your number, what pack number you want. I don't know what number it was past, but y'all can pick a number. What pack number you want,
One.
1, 3, 6, 9, whatever you want. But we'll figure that out, but get to them leaders. I mean, if we get 15, 20 kids, we get 15, 20 kids, we'll divide them up, 3, 5, this and that, work with the den. Training, you go online, just like everything, youth protection training. So you don't even need to be registered, you go to my.scouting, .org, sign up, create an account, get a profile. First thing you have to do is take youth protection training, it's an hour and a half, you do that. And then the next one is, you're a new den leader, sign up for that, how does the den work? And that's it. Those are the big two.
You guys still sell popcorn?
We still talking.
That's one big area of improvement. Just kidding.
We still sell popcorn, and that benefits you all. The popcorn benefits, we get criticism because it's expensive. But we still sell it for 33% of it goes to you all. Not 10%. That's a bad we have with Girl Scouts. 33% of it. You all own and operate it. The money goes to you all. Y'all determine it. Y'all determine everything. So I'll fill things in. The principal, we get everything to you all. More information comes. But again, the first thing is information. Identify who's interested in that. If you got anybody that, hey, I want to work with the third grade. My child's going to be in third grade. I want to do that. My child's going to be in fourth grade. I want to do that. So once we identify those, then we can take it from there. And if we need a waiting list, that's on you all to determine that too.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, appreciate it.
All right, we're gonna get
Does
started.
anybody have anything else for PTA before we move on? So you don't have to say.
Oh,
Unless you want to learn about all the stuff you guys don't want to know.
let them be interested, but no, I mean,
Thank you very much.
do have cars in case you have.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a little.
I'll pass mine, I'm much older.
Like baseball, my husband does.
He should do it.
I just think it's good. There's a lot of boys that need, kids.
It's definitely different than when I was. It sounds much good.
All right, thank you all, I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right, so for staff, we're gonna call it to order. Do I have someone to first, approval of the agenda? Go first.
Second?
I will. Who was I? Okay. Approval of the minutes from last month. First.
Second?
Was that Melissa?
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, no,
I didn't sound confident.
well, no, but that was here. And I think we covered that.
You can do it.
Okay,
I'm second.
all right, sounds good, thank you.
All right, so there's not much really to cover on here. The title, the minutes, the title one, the food benefits, we're done with that. We are gonna start as soon as we can, in the summertime. I think it starts like the very beginning of August, and we're gonna start that right back up. Avid, what do we got for?
Wait, hold on, before we do that, we also just wanna say to everybody that we've got Family Paint Night, which is the Title I event tomorrow. For all families, come out 5:30 to 7 in the cafeteria. You can paint a whale shark, or there was Title I. She told me to put it in Title I, sorry, I already put it there.
Okay.
So whale shark or spotted eagle race, trying to remember what they were. So those are the options, and they look really cute and pretty.
It's our first paint night.
We're excited. You guys remember, like, we kind of brewed that whole idea
Yeah.
here, right?
Right.
It's happening.
We just have to add like a sip and thing, like to it.
Right,
Well,
so we're gonna
that's
have to
something
do
we
an
talked about this
off-campus
afternoon.
one. Yes, we'll do an off-campus version.
That could be one of the social things that we talked about.
Okay, and then,
Avid,
The only big thing we have coming up is, the elementary moving up day. Is where each grade level goes to the next grade level and get to visit, go in, teachers speak with them, maybe speak with the kids, check out things, try to make that transition a little smoother and not cause so much anxiety about it. K2, we have made little name tags of the places you'll go, future kindergarten will make their names, and so the kids really love having those lanyards. So we're super excited, and then 5th grade will be coming up to 6th grade to kind of get the lay of the land on the 3rd floor. So we are very excited to see that.
when is that happening?
The 6th grade is coming on the 19th, everybody else is the 27th. Yeah, 5th grade is, yeah.
Okay, and then adding to that, 8th graders are going to Orlando, on the 21st and 22nd, in the 8th grade Avid elective class to do their college tour, and they're going to Valencia, UCF, and FAU. So I got.
oh, yeah. Sporting and school events, sporting is done. We're done until, well, we just had a golf meeting, so, but that's for next year. So we are starting golf next year. So I think we have like 7, 8 kids, right? 7, 8 kids. So that looks pretty promising. School events, I'm gonna blend that in with safety and security. This is the part where your families get mad at us, award season. So when award season comes and you get that little piece of paper that says that your child is getting an award, we want everybody to come and celebrate that. But if grandma or grandpa, aunt or uncle is not in the system, they're gonna have to be like escorted by you and your spouse who is, and like it's gonna be one of those things, they get a visitor pass. And I know I'm gonna get this wrong. We are having it in the gym, and then they are going to the pod.
For most grade
For
levels,
most grade
yes,
levels,
but if
right.
not, the, grade level will tell you ahead of time if it's a different grade.
I think 4th grade is coming out of this, they're going
First
first.
grade coming before,
Right.
and then the
Second grade's actually gonna be here in the media center after their board.
So,
But end of the year awards are
Yeah.
all gonna be in,
so all of the awards are gonna be on the 27th, right?
Yes.
The 27th. So please make sure that everyone is up to date. Sometimes your spouses are not up to date. You know, if you're gonna bring in cupcakes and have all that fun stuff, let's make sure we're all there.
let me to read out those times real quick.
Yeah.
Do they know? Okay. 8:45.
Go slow.
8:45 to 9:15. Who knows me? I go too fast. Oh, that's a 6th and 7th grade. Did that get changed?
No, that's 6 and 7.
Oh, they're both okay.
Yeah.
8:45 to 9:15 is 6th and 7th. 9:15 to 9:45 is 1st grade. 9:45 to 10:15 is 2nd grade. 10:15 to 10:45 is 3rd grade. 10:45 to 11:15 is 4th grade, and 11:15 to 11:45 is 5th grade, and those are only for end of year awards. So quarter 4, your grade level team leads will reach out and tell you when those times are.
They should be right after.
Most of them.
Most,
except
or
for
right
the-
before. They're
right
on that day and that
On the
time.
day, somewhere in there.
But again, it's a safety and security thing. Just make sure, don't wander, go straight, all that good stuff.
And when we say time to go, we're not being mean, they're really tight, they're back to back, so we've got to get everybody in there.
We have a lot of awards. The media, we're up to date with all of our books. We're not buying anything new. School improvement plan. We are testing. We are almost done with testing. Some of the civics and science started today. Majority of the civics and science are gonna finish up tomorrow. And we have the algebra and geometry coming up this week as well, right? They're coming up this week. So we should have pretty much everything done except a handful of people, or for grades. We are doing very well. The scores are looking good. You know, we have a couple of pockets that crashed and burned, and then we have some that are still going. So it's pretty good to see. We are, again, like I talked about at the beginning of the year, we're at the point where we're at 60 and 70% proficiency. And some of them are actually, some of our like 1st grade, their math proficiency is almost 90%. And their reading was like 75. So, I mean, it was outstanding. And the same thing with kindergarten, they were at 71%, and then 70, I think they were both 71. I'm at the point where I have so many numbers in my head, I've seen them all. But Eva and Ms. Dikiakio killed it with middle school language arts. They're doing fantastic. Same thing. I mean, everybody looking good. 5th grade reading is looking good. So we're hoping for that. We're hoping for that A again. But if we don't get that A, we are progressing, and I'm not sure how we wouldn't get an A. But you know, I'm not a math genius, and I don't follow that formula that the state puts out. But they have a formula. So we'll go through that. I'm just proud of what they've done. Open and controlled enrollment. We've had no new kids come in. No new kids and no one left. So we are still at 662. 662. And our kindergarten kickoff was a huge success. I think we had 20 new families show up. So that was good. They haven't all said that they were staying. I try to work my mind mojo on them. But I think some of them said they were staying and coming. So it's looking good. Do you have anything for a teacher report?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were looking up there. Real quick, Melissa, when did you see the date for spring training for volleyball, so we can let parents know that?
Thursday, the 14, 21, 26.
So that's one thing that I wanted to add in here. I was just typing up the minutes. That's the only spring training we have right now is basketball spring training still. They're still going in the gym, and then
On Thursday.
and then 8th graders, all of that information is coming through about the high school stuff that they have right now. So they've got football going on, cheer, and volleyball, and KNETs. All of that information is going through 8th grade during tornado time.
The team's already done.
If you have, but like all the tryouts for fall season, all of that information has come through tornado time. So if they have any questions about that, then they can reach out to their,
Is tornado time a communication?
it's homeroom. So it's where they get all of their, where they get all of their information. So Ms. Valdez, is the middle school lead. So she puts together all the slides with any information. So anything that's coming through community-wise, or dates for the school, or events for the kids, all of that is how the middle schoolers get their information. They're in tornado time on Mondays and Fridays. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is when they have their club flex, but it's like their club time. So they get to change those 3 times throughout the year.
In my principal report is, summer school applications are going out. So if your child is going to summer school, that has gone out. And then summer recreation should have already started. We still have a few spots left. So please, if you want to sign your child up for summer recreation, we have some spots. And we have some great activities. We were given some extra money, and we have some extra field trips this year.
Ocean Reef is very generous.
Yes, they will. And the Ocean Reef community, both of them have been very generous.
Do you guys send like a response once you receive it? Like the application from somewhere?
No, basically, if you, if you're not,
If you're able to fill out the form?
yeah, pretty much if you're, unless if you're gonna be one of those parents that try to sneak your kid into summer rec without going to summer school. Like, we will take your kid out of summer rec and put him into summer school.
My kid? Not yet. I can't speak for
No,
her.
if there is a child that has been recommended for summer school, they try to sneak into summer rec.
It says it, it's my part, right there.
No, they still do it.
They still-
Oh, good.
But if you know somebody that wants to or is interested in summer rec, please have them register right away, as soon as possible. Because there were some, like in the 4th and 5th grade, there were some openings. So if that doesn't fill, then we'll open it up to like 6th graders or 7th graders. So we're still waiting on those numbers with those older groups who would rather the 4th and 5th graders who can't really legally stay home to be
Yeah,
filled
we will.
before we open it up to 6th and 7th graders. So.
Absolutely.
And then summer school, can I clarify real quickly? So summer school, if you were recommended for that, if your child was, and they're at elementary level, they'll be working on different things to like help support them. It doesn't mean that they have necessarily failed the grade. However, if it's 6th through 8th grade, if they are getting a summer school paper, it is because they are currently failing a credit. They cannot move on to the next grade level without that credit. That's how middle school works. It's just like high school. So a lot of people have received summer school information for middle school, but if a student passes an EOC or they get their grade percentage high enough 4th quarter to balance out to be passing for the year, then I will be calling and telling them, those middle school families, that their kid no longer has to come to summer school. So that is a long list of a bunch of people that are teetering right on the edge of failing and not failing. So I'm working with those kiddos right now, and they're pulling with those grades. But if you are on that list, I just want middle school parents to know the difference between elementary.
And then the last thing I have is Ms. Dixon is graduating. So we are going to need a SAC chairperson for next year, so start thinking about it. Sometimes it's usually the PTA president that would really like to do it. So I just wanted to do that too. And
I'd rather
then,
find somebody else so that somebody else comes to the meetings.
that's true.
So,
true.
Yeah.
But we are looking for a new SAC chairperson. We would like to thank Ms. Dixon for everything. I didn't get you flowers or anything because you started to cry last meeting. So I didn't.
What is it? What day is the 8th grade promotion and the
Yeah.
last day of school, the bus send off?
Yeah.
Just be prepared. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be a
know. So we
disaster.
will give you something all at once, so you can just get all your crying all out at once. Because you have been here quite a while, and so we do appreciate it.
13 years at the school.
So she's starting to cry already. So, all right, does anybody have anything for us? No? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks again for all the love during teacher appreciation, staff appreciation. That was awesome.
And Gina and I were delivering pizza on Friday, and I walked in there like, oh.
That charcuterie breakfast thing, I got down there, it must have been up for 15 minutes. I got down there, and it was totally.
Just
over.
hands over.
It was awesome.
I'm gonna call Tara. Because that Scotty doesn't sound right to me. It sounds like I read.
Thank you.